you can order, and we supply replacement parts and kits for these vertical lift clamps. So I'm going to strip one down and reassemble it to show you how to install those new parts. So I've jumped ahead a bit here. There's normally a pin on both sides, but I've taken one out to speed up. You drive the pin out of the one side, and then you can pull the pin right out. Then you drive the pin out of the second pin and pull it out, or you may have to tap it out if there's a little pressure there. Then you can just drop your cams off the front and your step pin, and then pull your train right up out. Then there's normally two roll pins in your flapper here. They need to be driven out so you can pull your handle out in your flapper. That's basically stripping a clamp apart, other than you just undo the bolt and you can take your swivel die out and install a new swivel die. That's straightforward. You just bolt it in, but do not tighten the bolt tight. Leave it so it'll shake a little bit. That allows the swivel die to tilt. And when you start putting it together, if you're replacing these parts, just set the old ones and replace the new ones. And then I should strip this down a little farther. When you put your connecting arm between cam yokes on the 1/2 and 1 ton, there's two spacers have to go in there to keep it centered. Above that tonnage there's no spacers, so you're alright. You slip that in, put the pin in. You always put the big hole out for the step pin, goes in the front. Then you slide your shackle in the back, drop it in. Well, if your cam yokes will come separate parts with the spacer pin, has to be driven in, put them together too. And then you put your cams on with the teeth pointing back to the curvature of your cam yokes. Same with the top one. And you're basically ready to put this back in the clamp. We find if you stand your clamp up with the seat towards you and the top away, and always point your cam noses to the front, slide them down inside, keep them moving ahead, pull them up ahead, and then tip your clamp over on the side. Kind of work everything into place. Take one pin, put it through the cams at the front of the clamp. Take your other pin and move your cam yokes to the hole closest to the cams. The top one is your handle, the second one down is your other pin, your cam yoke pin. Then you have a working clamp right there. It just needs its spring load and its handle. So just to show you this one little thing, it's hard to see inside the clamp. I'll show you with this sample. When you drop the spring in between the cam yokes, the tail on the spring always has to go in front of the little spacer pin in the cam yokes. And then your other pin slides through and holds it there. That way when you fold this over you get pressure. So you'll see me do that. So you just pull your cam yoke pin back some so your cam yokes don't drop. Drop your spring in with the leg ahead of the pin. Line it up and push your cam yoke pin back in. And on this 1 ton clamp you can do it by hand, but as they get bigger you may have to put them in a vise or something to hold them. Or a press, just hold them lightly. Shove a pry bar into your flapper. Start your handle in and then pull it ahead until it starts. That gives you your clamp. Because the pins aren't in there, I have to tap it over. But if you've installed a new flapper, you're going to have to tap it ahead. And then you take a wooden handle, hold your clamp, and pop the flapper ahead. Make sure it's tapped down. Make sure your handle's kind of level with the curve of the clamp. Then we have jigs that we make up, or you can just, as long as you tip your clamp so the drill's going to hit the two the flappers always come with 2 pre-drilled holes on the one side, so you just line them up, drill them with the proper size drill for the pins we send you, and you drive the pins in, and then your clamp's good to go again. So if there's any other questions, let us know.